Today, I will be telling you guys how to live in the present moment. I will be giving you examples and tricks that I like to use to live in the moment, in the right here, the right now, and just take in everything instead of worrying about the future, regretting the past, just living in the only thing that is truly mine, the present moment. And the best way I like to do this is making the unconscious conscious. And what I mean by that is like focusing on your breath. I like to take 6 seconds through my nose, hold it for 6 seconds, and then exhale for 6 seconds. And just focus on that breath and not letting my mind get away from that. Whether I'm just sitting and kind of trying to be in the present or I'm walking, I find focusing on my breath helps a lot. And if I'm walking, I also try to think about my steps, like something you normally don't think about. You normally don't think about how you're going to take your next step. You just do it. Same thing with breathing. You don't, a lot of the times you go days without thinking about breathing. You're just breathing. It's just something that happens, something that your body does for you. You don't have to think about it. So, um, yeah, I'll just think about my next step, you know, think about where I'm placing my foot, picking my leg up, putting it down, thinking, do I normally walk like this? Am I walking different because I'm thinking about it? Just things like that. And that kind of helps me get in the present and help me, yeah, just live in the moment. Because if you're doing that, you're not worrying about, what's going on next week. You're not regretting what you did an hour ago. You're completely involved in the moment, the present, what you're doing right there and right now. And when you do that, I believe there's a lot of tranquility in that. And that's just some ways that I like to do it. I also um, focus on certain parts of my body. So, like, kind of like feel your fingers, like, think about the center of your finger, like your index finger, and then kind of your knuckle, and then like your bicep, you know, and then your head, your toes. I typically start from the toes up. So I kind of like feel my toes, and then go to my heels, then my Achilles, then my calves, then my knees, and so on and so forth till I'm up to my head. And then kind of focus on like right here, right at your frontal lobe, right in your forehead. Focus on that point. And that's another thing I really like to do. That one kind of is more of a sitting down one, whether um, watching the sunset or sitting at the beach or just reading and want to take a second to just deload and be in the moment. That's more of a definitely a sit down one. Um, but I mean, you could do it when you're walking. I just don't really do that when I'm walking. I morely focus on my breath. Make sure also breathe through your nose. You don't want to be a mouth breather. There's just a lot of science behind for brain health, how much oxygen you're actually getting in, and how much carbon dioxide you're releasing, and like facial features. If you breathe through your nose, your face has a better structure, if you will, for aesthetics. But yeah, that's how I like to try to live in the moment, live in the present. And I hope this video helped you guys out. And let me know in the comments if you guys have any other tricks. I'd love to hear them.